Good morning, traders. New York session starts in a few minutes and I will show you what the market's going to look like for today and how to trade it. Let's go to the charts. Well, the same as always, we're going to talk about dominance of Tether to better understand the direction of today's move. If you remember from yesterday, which was very easy day, what we talked about was these two circles, these two purple circles that it gave us a new direction, a new trend so that we could trade all the way down to here. All right, this was very easy, very obvious, and to be honest, if you must learn how to detect this stuff, because in the markets we know that some days we have some good days, we have some bad days, and on the good days we have to make sure that we can get as much as we can from the market, and in the bad days we have to learn how to be patient. All right, so yesterday was one of the easiest days, and I drew these two circles for you. And if you remember, we talked about that, how bearish it's going to be and where we're going to land after this. We've had a few targets. I will show you also later how we did from yesterday's. But for today, we can see that we made this new trend here. One of the things I always check is that this low here, how much has it gone down? It went down all the way up to the 60% of the previous one. So it shows that it can be a strong target for us. It can be a strong bearish momentum for us, and I will get into it later. There are some reasons. I will get into it. I will do some more teaching videos for later. As you have seen in the previous videos, I always try to teach all the things that I know here. So it's not going to be just analysis. Also, some stuff how to take them. All right, so from here, one of the things that matters for me was this box that I drew here. If you remember from yesterday, I drew this box, and what we talked about, once we go below this, we can also, well, first of all, the first target was this box, and then from here, we could also get more targets, we could get more positions by touching this box here, okay? Right now I'm in 4-hour time frame. I will go lower time frame so you see how this box acted as a nice support as a nice resistance and support, both of them at the same time. So you see that we touched it once here, second time here, and then from here, right now I'm still in hourly time frame. If I want to do scalping, so we know that in 15 minutes time frame, we touched it once, we touched it another time, and a few more times after that. Okay, so this was a nice zone. One of the things that I told you in the previous video was that understanding and finding the right zone matters, because we know that this zone can act as both resistance and support. We know that if we close below the box or that specific zone, then it will act as a resistance. If we close inside it, then it will be range. So we will hit the top and bottom. But if we close above it, then it will act as a support. So we have to take the trades on that support, all right? Perfect. So again, you must understand this. Market is not a gambling. You can't say that it's gonna go up or down. You have to act based on the actions of market. You have to see what market has for us and how we can act based on it. One of the most important parts on the charts right now, as of now, is this shadow. If you remember what we talked about, we had our support here. This was a strong support. From here, we've had this strong support. We went all the way to the top. We went down. We couldn't break above this high. I talked about it yesterday all the time, so I'm not going to repeat this again. But this liquidity sweep was a major break for us. This liquidity sweep, it had a lot of liquidities that it grabbed from here and it pushed the price as high as possible. And one of the things we can see right now is the price came all the way down to this level. Even if I can push this a little bit higher from the close of these, you can see that the liquidity grabs. So we have one shadow here, one small shadow here. If you zoom in here a little bit more, you can see that we have a small shadow here. We have also a bigger shadow here. And right now we have made one shadow. We pushed up towards this zone, but the sellers here were stronger. So they pushed the price lower. That's another thing. They pushed the price lower, and here the buyers tried to push this price higher from here. So this was the sellers. They tried to push the price lower. Here we had our buyers. They tried to push the price higher. So we can see the green candle here. And also right now, as you can see, the price is trying to make lowers and lowers. So there is a good chance that we can see one more high, probably another touch or somewhere around here. And then from here, we can see lower, all right? But this is not guaranteed. What guarantees is that there is a good chance that we can see this 8.34 zone, okay? So this is a good chance to see this. We have to go to the lower time frames again, and sometimes on higher time frames we just we can't find the actual entry points, because entry points we're talking in the lower time frames. On the higher time frames we are talking about the direction. So we can see that the price has been jammed, has been pushed towards this zone, and there's a good chance that we can break it, okay? Unless we close above this with a straight and big body candle with a green candle. Unless we can do this, then there's a good chance that we are gonna go lower. All right, let me go to the 15 minutes or 5-minute time frame for you to better see this. Here we do have one more order block. Here, this order block, as you can see, it's a very strong order block. It pushed the price. Once it pushed the price, I'm going to also get rid of these drawings. Give me 1 second, please. All right, so you see this from this order block, we pushed the price once down here. Another time we touched it, and then another time we touched it, and right now here we are. There's a good chance that we need the liquidity from the top of this order block in order that we can go lower. Okay, so this is where we are waiting, and we know that the same as always, we know that this is our low here as of now. Okay, probably it may make another low, but for now this is our low here. And the reason that this is our low is because the last time this was our high here, and from this high, the lowest point, the right side of it, the lowest point is this. That's why this is not our low, okay? This is the low for this high, but this purple circle is the low for this blue line. So from here, I am going to wait up until we close below this circle. Once we close below this circle, then we know that the next target is going to be the green box. Okay, this is very straightforward. Also, this might be a little bit risky because we do have a few more order blocks around here, even though they have not been touched. I mean, at least just been touched one time. So if it's risky if we do it below this, but if you do it below the green box, then it would be less riskier, so we can hit this target. I mean, with the lower risk, it's kind of come with lower reward, but still it's gonna be good. All right, let me go to so I think the dominance of Tether is good for now. We can see that the bearish momentums, we have a lot of also other resistance. If you're working on strategy trader chart, remember you have to identify the right supplies. You have to identify the right order blocks. For example, this top order block or this supply are the strongest ones that we can rely on because it has been tested from before. Let me go to the Bitcoin. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin first. Next year. So on the 4-hour time frame from before, if you remember what we talked about, that was we are going to touch this line. If you remember from yesterday video, what we talked about was that we are going to touch this box, and if we close above this box, then if we close above this line here, the equal lows that you can see here, I'm going to also draw the line for you. If we can close above this, then there is a good chance that we can go to the next level, next two highs here, this two high that we had from before. And right now, here we are with this, okay? What we can see on the Bitcoin time chart, on the hourly time frame, is that it is, even though it's showing a bit of weakness, you can see that the weakness in the chart and the candles, but up until we don't close below this blue line, there's no way we're gonna go down, okay? We have two scenarios here. For our short positions, even for our long positions, what I would rather to long is to long from here, from 63,684, this order block, okay? This order block, this is it's more interesting for me, because right now, as you can see, we have a lot of candles. There's a good chance that we can meet here, even we can go lower, all right? Again, this is very, very risky. This is high risk that I'm gonna catch from here. And the reason that it's high risk, it's risky because we have a lot of candles. So the more the candles, the sharper the move. Okay, when we have a lot of candles, it means that there are a lot of sellers here and they can push the price as low as possible. So we have to be careful about this, but if we want to go higher, we should not go anywhere lower than this order block. Okay, so we have two entries again for our long positions. The first one, which is very risky, and there is a good chance that it breaks below this, is 63,686. And the second one, which is a bit less riskier, it's going to be 63,440. Okay, this one, it's something that I will definitely have a position on this, but it's much less riskier. But this one is way risky because there's a good chance that we can't break below this. So once we break below this line, we know that the target for us would be here. Okay, if we go to the lower time frame, we can also open short positions. Again, only when we break below this blue line. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Only when we break below this blue line, 64. Once we break below this 64K, then we can open our shorts on the pullbacks. But if not, we can still wait and we can go to the lower lower prices and open our buy positions from there. But from here, it's best to wait for it up until we break it. There is a good chance also that we don't break it. If we don't break below this blue line, if we just keep making lows here, or if it goes with just a simple shadow, then we know that we have to wait. We have to wait because it may turn around. We can actually go and see higher prices. Right now, I don't really see this possible, to be honest, but still we need one confirmation. The confirmation is that it should break below this. My scenario that we're going to break below this, if I go back to the hourly time frame, that if we break below this and we can see these levels only come up when we break below this level. So wait for it. I'm going to reset my overlays. I've screwed it a few times. So once we break below this blue line and we touch this, we know that there's a good chance that we can go up. Otherwise, Bitcoin also looks on 4-hour time frame or on daily time frame. If you remember from previously what we talked about on the both daily time frame, we talked about this box. I drew this red box here, and we had it as our final target. The first target was here, 64K, and then from here, closing above this, we had one pullback and we closed on the 65K. 64 and 500K. So from here, we should understand that there is a good chance still we can grab more liquidity from lower and then move up. And our last and final support is going to be this. If you don't have this on your chart, definitely draw it. This line here, this one, once we touch this 63,388, there will be a good long position for us. Let me go to lower time frames here. Okay, this line, as you can see, even we had it in the as you can see, this one, the one that I told you it's less riskier. The one that I told you it's less riskier. This one. We have also this blue line from the daily time frame that it's going to make it a very nice long position. I would definitely go for it. If you're working with the real money, be careful. Do not do it with someone's from internet. Do not open your positions from someone's from internet. Definitely do your own research. Definitely do your own analysis. But if you're working on demo, or if you're doing it just for the learning purposes, then it can be a nice position for us. We can open it from here. And this would be it for us for today. Again, remember that what we talk about is mostly about the structure, closing above or below, or where does the whales or institutions put their orders. Also, I will have one good Ethereum analysis for you. I will share it with you later, and this would be also a nice one. We do have a lot of things on the Ethereum. We have it on the dominance of Ethereum. We're going to analyze it for the altcoins and how to trade them, and where we have to buy our spot backs. I'm gonna see you on Thursday, and I hope you have a great day.